tour. Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're journeying through a truly powerful section of the Psalms. Chapters 31 through 40. This collection of 10 Psalms takes us on an emotional and spiritual roller coaster, from the depths of despair to the heights of praise, showing us the incredible, multifaceted relationship David had with God. Let's start with Psalm 31. It's a raw cry for help. David feels trapped, abandoned, and surrounded by enemies. He says, "I am the scorn of all my adversaries." But even in this dark place, he declares his unwavering trust. "But I trust in you, Lord. I say, you are my God. My times are in your hands." This is such a beautiful reminder that even when we feel like everything is falling apart, we can place our lives, our very moments, into God's hands. Then, as we move into Psalm 32, the tone shifts dramatically. This is a psalm of joyful relief, the song of a person who has experienced the incredible freedom of forgiveness. David writes, "Blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered." He describes the physical and emotional weight of unconfessed sin, how it drained his strength. But after confessing, he experiences the refreshing release of God's grace. It teaches us about the importance of being honest with God, not to inform Him, but to free ourselves. Psalms 33 and 34 are pure, unadulterated praise. Psalm 33 calls for a new song, celebrating God as the creator of the universe, whose plans stand firm forever. It reminds us that our hope shouldn't be in military strength or human power, but in the Lord's unfailing love. Then, Psalm 34 is a personal testimony. "I sought the Lord, and He answered me. He delivered me from all my fears." It's an open invitation for everyone to taste and see that the Lord is good. It's filled with wisdom, encouraging us to guard our tongues and seek peace. Now, Psalm 35 brings us back to a place of conflict. David is crying out against those who are wrongfully accusing him, people he once cared for. It's a prayer for vindication, not just for personal revenge, but so that God's justice and righteousness can be seen by all, too. It validates the feelings of hurt and betrayal we sometimes experience and shows us we can bring those raw emotions to God in prayer. Psalm 36 presents a stark contrast between the sinfulness of the wicked and the boundless goodness of God. David marvels at God's love, faithfulness, and righteousness, which are as vast as the heavens and as mighty as the mountains. 2. He concludes with this beautiful image, "For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. In God we find true life and clarity." Next, Psalm 37 offers profound wisdom about how to live in a world where it often seems like the wicked prosper. The key message: do not fret. Instead of envying wrongdoers, we are told to trust in the Lord, do good, and delight in Him. 2. Long-term perspective, promising that the meek will inherit the land and that God will uphold the righteous. It's a masterclass in patience and faith. Psalm 38 is one of the most heart-wrenching psalms. David is in deep anguish, feeling the heavy burden of his sin and sickness. He feels abandoned by his friends and relentlessly pursued by his enemies. Slays his pain bare before God, saying, "Lord, all my desire is before you, and my sighing is not hidden from you." It's a psalm for those moments when we feel completely broken, showing that God is a safe place for our deepest pain. But hope is never far away. In Psalm 39, David reflects on the brevity and fragility of human life. He asks God to help him understand his own mortality so he can live wisely. Amidst the fleeting nature of life, he places his hope firmly in God, saying, "But now, Lord, what do I look for? My hope is in you." And finally, we arrive at Psalm 40, which beautifully ties everything together. It begins with patient waiting and a new song of deliverance. "I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry." It moves from personal testimony to a declaration of commitment. David delights in doing God's will. This psalm paints a complete picture, crying out to God, waiting patiently, receiving deliverance, singing a new song, and dedicating one's life to serving Him. From the pit of despair to the pinnacle of praise, these 10 psalms show us an authentic real-life faith. They teach us to bring our whole selves to God, our fears, our joys, our frustrations, and our praise. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive. If this blessed you, please like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.